Hi guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Cause we miss you. In this video, I'll be showing you how I created this flawless look and how I shade matched my foundation on my model, Sophie. So let's just get right into the look. I started off by cleaning her face with micellar water and wipes, and the next thing I did was to apply an eye mask. An eye mask helps you to reduce puffy eyes and dark circles around the eyes. I set my timer for 4 minutes, and after the time was up, I took off the eye mask. Then I went ahead to moisturize. I'll be moisturizing with the Embryolisse moisturizer, and I'm going to blend well so that there is no white cast. I take my time to blend well. How many minutes do you use for your skin prep? For me, I spend 30 to 40 minutes on my skin prep because I want a smooth canvas and a smooth surface for an easy application. So guys, I just blended that in very well. I took my time. As you can see, there's no white cast on her face anymore. So I'm going to go ahead to prime. I'll be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I like to use my hands to apply my primer so I can blend it in to her skin very well. I'm just going to do that and blend that on her T-zones because she has a combination skin. So I'm going to be blending on her T-zones. That's the forehead, the bridge of the nose, the chin. I'm just going to take my time, blend that in, and make sure that as you're using your hands, you're not also like harsh on your client's or your model's skin. That's very important. Sophie's skin is quite tricky. Firstly, her face is darker than her body, which you can all see, and she sort of has a pink undertone. So I didn't want to mismatch her foundation for any reason. I went in with a foundation shade quite close to the tone on her body, but not lighter. Should I say I went in with a tone darker? I was playing safe to avoid not matching her skin tone. I went ahead to set my foundation with the Omari Code Dewy Mist Setting Spray to engage the durability and the finish of the makeup. Too much English. But guys, I went ahead to blend in with my White Glam Beauty Blender. This is my favorite beauty sponge, guys. It is so soft and it does the work for me. I promise you guys I was gentle. I was just trying to be fast at this point. Please make sure you dab your application and not swipe. Start your blending gradually from one side to the other and make sure you blend every part of the face, including the chin and underneath the chin. I just took my time to do that. I'm not really rushing, but it kind of looks like I'm rushing because the time was not on my side. And then I went ahead to apply my contour. I don't really do much. I try not to apply a contour shade too dark. I applied it below the cheekbones, on the forehead. I didn't apply much on the forehead here because of the hairband. I also applied it on the sides of her chin. And then I went ahead with my beauty blender to blend my contour. I took my time. I made sure that there were not any harsh lines anywhere. I used the dabbing method to press in my contour, or better still, blend in my contour to her skin. As you can see, everything is seated properly, and I blended every part where I applied my contour. For my blush, I'll be using the pink and the red shade from my iMagic lip palette, and I'm going to go ahead to just use my brush to blend first, and then use my beauty blender so I can control the volume of my blush so the blush isn't too much. Product placement and blending is very important when applying makeup. As you can see, there's no line separating the blush and the contour. I'm going to go ahead to highlight the face. I went in with a warm concealer, and it is a shade lighter than her skin tone. I'll be highlighting underneath the eyes, the forehead, the nose bridge, and the chin. I'm going to go ahead to blend that, but I like to blend my under eyes last so that the concealer can dry a little bit for a better coverage. So I blended every part first before going ahead to blend underneath the eyes. When blending underneath the eyes, I start blending from the outer corner and gradually move to the inner corner, and I make sure that the concealer is blended well. I did my nose contour off camera, and then I decided to brighten her under eyes. So I went in again with a concealer 2 shades lighter to brighten it up a bit, and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm making sure that there is no eye crease, and I'm going to go ahead to set the eyes with my powder palette. I'll be using the Beauty by AD powder palette, and I'm going to use a shade lighter to set. I hope you can see the difference between both sides. I actually tried this for the first time. I used pressed powder to set first before using my setting powder. So right now I'm applying my setting powder underneath the eyes, and the result actually gave me a smooth finish. Guys, I'm dusting off the excess setting powder on my beauty blender before going ahead to blend in underneath the eyes, and I'm pressing in my application so that the setting powder can sit well. Make sure you set the other highlighted parts on the face. I applied my powder contour off camera, and I'm going ahead to powder the whole face. I used the powder shade similar to the tone on her body. Like I said earlier, guys, I played safe with my application, so I'm just patting in my powder application and making sure that everything is sitting well. Please apply an adequate amount of powder for a better coverage, and please apply on the neck so it can rhyme with the body. I'm going to go ahead to apply my blush. I'll be using the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'll be mixing the brown and the orange shade on the palette. I apply my blush softly. This video might not do justice to that, but guys, I did so I can control the volume and so that my application wouldn't be harsh. I also went in with this pink shade on my classic blush palette. I added just a little bit of that. And now, to set everything in place, I used the Kiss Beauty Green Tea Setting Spray to set everything in place. I made sure it dried down and I drew my brows and baked off camera. Now I'm applying my eyeshadow primer from Cindy's Beauty line. I apply my primer on the eye crease and I'm going to blend that well so there are no lines or whatsoever on it. So apply it on both eyes and blend well so that there are no lines on your application. And to go ahead with my transition color, I use the brown shade on my Zulu palette, and I'm going to make sure that I blend from the outer corner first and then into the inner corner. And please make sure that your application is soft so that it doesn't look harsh. Make sure that you're light-handed when applying your transition color. I'm really trying not to make this video too long, and for my main eyeshadow I used my powder. Guys, this is just me being lazy and trying not to do too much at the same time. I'm going to pat my application here too and make sure that it's seated properly. This is just Sophie showing you the almost finished look. I think she was feeling it as much as I was. I added pigments on the eyeshadow because it was looking too simple for me, and I applied mascara on her lashes to emphasize the eyes. While waiting for my mascara to dry a little, I applied my lipstick. I went for this cute pink shade on my lip palette and I really loved the outcome. Can you see what I'm seeing? Then I fixed my eyelashes, and guys, whoosh, lashes really changes your look, am I right? Because why is Sophie looking like a doll? I dusted off and pressed in the baking powder, and guys, the look is really coming together. I reapplied my powder for a smooth finish, and it's safe to say that I skin matched well. What do you think about this? To add finishing touches, I glossed the lips and proceeded to apply mascara on her lower lashes. And finally, to set the whole face, I proceeded with my Kiss Beauty Green Tea Setting Spray, and I also used the Omarico Dewy Setting Spray to give it a dewy feel. And this is the look, guys. It's giving pink, it's giving Barbie, it's giving everything is meant to be given. If you learned a thing or two, please kindly tell me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.